We'll be giving them replays as well as we go back to the track for this men's 800 metres. And it is a strong field, and a field that actually is special because there's several men here looking to make a big mark on the big stage who are in very good form indeed. There is Jamie Webb, second in the European Team Championships last week, European Indoor silver medalist back in March. Ran a big personal best when he was 6th in the London Diamond League at the end of last month. Thomas Staines, though, we just rocketed past. Watch him, the youngster. His father and mother in the stadium, both former Olympians. Or both current Olympians, I should say. You're never a former Olympian. There's Alfred Kipketer, 7th in Rio, 7th in the World Championships back in 2015. He's only 22, but a 142 performer at his best. And Max Bergin, what a talent he is, just 17 years old, the young athlete in lane 3, but he's run 145.3, it's a world youth record. And there's Eric Sawinski, 3rd at the World Indoors back in 2016, Sawinski. The compete at the US Championships, I think probably carrying a niggle through those championships in Des Moines. And Mark English on the inside, the Irishman who has performed so well again and again when it really matters. Bronze medalist at the European Championships back in 2014. The fastest time in the world this year, that was at Monaco back in early July. Remember Nigel Amos, 141.89. So away they go. Joe Deng is out in the middle there, sharing lane 4 with Guy Learmonth. Learmonth, who had a recent bout of food poisoning but seems to be okay now in the all black there, centre of that pack. And Joe Deng has gone up pretty aggressively there. Deng, you could say, right in the centre there for Australia. 7th in the Commonwealth Games last year as the pacemaker moves across now. It's Harun Abda of the USA, who's been tasked with going out in 50.5. That is pretty swift, I have to say, especially in these swirling conditions. So the wind has eased off a little bit. Kipketer in 2nd place. And Thomas Staines, who had a fabulous indoor season, ran a British record for 600 metres. His father will be watching nervously here, an old training partner of mine back in the 80s. Right up on the shoulder of the leaders, and they go through in 50.68. Great pacemaking, but the pack quite a way back from that mark.
Yeah, got to add a few seconds onto that, but Staines going well. Kipketer as well, looking out for Joe Deng. We were talking to his manager, James Templeton, in the hotel last night. Says he's just lacking probably confidence as Deng needs a good performance this afternoon, and so far he's quite nicely placed.
Well, Webb, an aggressive move there as they go into the final bend. Good tactics that as Kipketer fights him off there for the inside line. Kipketer leading around the bend with those flailing arms. Webb in 2nd, Staines trying to go with this. Karma, the silver medalist in the European Championships last year for Sweden, back in 4th place at the moment. And Giles trying to come wide there. Elliot Giles of Great Britain is coming wide, but Kipketer holding that line. Staines struggling to go with his pace over the last 70 metres or so. It's going to be a win for Kipketer. Giles finishing strongly, and brilliant running there from Mark English. English is going to take it! Oh my word, what a finish from English there over the last 20 metres. Boy, oh boy, 145.95, that second lap, 55.27. But I'll tell you what, Mark English's final and second lap would have been about a second and a half quicker than that. That was perfectly timed. Talk about a hammer blow with no time for anybody to respond there from Mark English. Brilliant run from the Irishman. Well, his last race, can you believe, was in Sandnes, and it was 150.06. He was beaten in that race in Norway, but that was a brilliant run from Mark English there. He is a 144 performer at his absolute best, but Webb and Thomas there a good 2nd and 3rd, but what a perfectly timed charge from the Irishman. And of course I thought Kipketer was going to win it 20 metres out. He ended up outside the first 3.
Well, Britain 2 and 3, but goodness me, Mark English, let's just enjoy this again. Look at it, absolutely nowhere at this stage. Kipketer and Webb looking pretty strong, but had to work really hard in the latter stages. Staines just moving off the pace there. Giles, keep an eye on him left of picture. And here we are into the final home straight. Webb at this stage looking good. It looks to be a 2-horse race between the two of them. And then from nowhere, look at this, Webb, English. Just got a glimpse of him there. He just seemed to glide, didn't he? Look at that finishing speed. He's just been obscured from view at this point by Kipketer, but just as if he's rolling on casters. Just beautifully executed in the final 5 or 10 metres. What a finish. I think you'd do well to replicate that on another day, Tim.
Well, he's a powerful lad, isn't he, Mark English? He's deceptive. Look at him to the left of picture there. Massive legs. He's really well muscled. And he's just got the strength. That came down to sheer strength over the last 50 metres or so. Kip Keita there had a big glance to his right as if to say, what the heck are you doing coming past me way out there to my right? I think he believed he'd got it sewn up, the Olympic finalist in Rio. But Mark English was better over the last 30 metres and takes a well-deserved win. Jamie Webb second, Spencer Thomas third. Good day for the Brits. Elliot Giles fifth, Guy Learmont sixth. But English the best of the bunch.